Okay. Hello, everyone. There we are. Okay. So, welcome. Go ahead and tell everyone welcome here. I hope y'all are doing great. I'm going to go ahead and just wait a few minutes, see who can show up for us. Now, of course, we're going to post this later on our Facebook page as well as YouTube. So if there's anyone that is out there and is interested in our crystals, then hopefully, hello everyone, you can take a look and see what you think. And Wendell's worked really hard with the technical aspects of the show, so I hope that y'all can take a look and see what we have to offer. And hopefully there's something that catches your eye. Just moving them in a little bit so you can see all the crystal and the little numbers, so that the full view is available for you. We are not QVC, so we don't have all the stuff that you would normally see on QVC, and it's not that we want to get to that point. Hey Sam, thank you so much. Yeah, QVC. We're not QVC, but they actually, I mean, if you're going to represent yourself, then you might as well pick somebody that has already been extremely accomplished at it. So we're trying to take a few tips from them and to see if we can improve our presentation to y'all. You never know. Yeah, so this is what we have, and Wendell did a really good job. Not that I'm surprised. He's very technical minded. So he saw that last week we just didn't do, we didn't live up to the expectation. We didn't live up to the mindset or the thought that we wanted. So he worked really, really hard at trying to get this changed. Yeah, so let me show you, Sam, if you don't mind, if you can just stay with us just for a second. I'm just going to cut to the actual setup. So this is what you would see. So it's all the crystals moving around a lazy Susan, a rotating type base, and the middle crystal is basically just for me. It's one of my prized possessions. It's a warrior crystal, wounded warrior, true wounded warrior, smoky quartz and clear quartz. But I think it's going to work out really well. We took some pictures of the setup, so hopefully we can recreate it on a further show. Hey Maribel, how are you? I appreciate you showing up. I was just showing Sam the setup behind the scenes, if you will. So we actually have two cameras. We have this one here and we have one over on that side. 3 lights, the laptop here, and the rotating pedestal. It's pretty cool, actually. So Wendell has done an amazing job. I'm going to go ahead and just cut to this side and then see if there's anything y'all are interested in. So this is picture-in-picture. This is actually old technology. I remember having it on a TV like 10 years ago. which personally I'm not sure how many times you would need picture in picture, but this works for what we're doing today. Hi Sarah, how are you today? So we're talking about Orange River Quartz, and this is actually a crystal that we presented last week on Wednesday, but when we reviewed the show, Wendell and I felt like we didn't do the crystal justice. And yes, we could have kept it in our stock, but I felt like it was important to present it again this week. Yeah, Maribel, I don't think they're very expensive. What I like is you can turn it off, and then you can, focus on it, and then you can start it again. So we have a remote control. It's not ideal. We're actually looking for one that'll do forwards and backwards. This one actually just on and off. And so, as Wendell explained to me, sometimes the polarity gets a little bit wonky. It doesn't go in the same direction each time, but it works out. So this is temporary. We're just trying to see how this works for us. Yes, Orange River Quartz. I know. So what you're seeing is the part number Q16, for example, and then so here I'm going to be stopping the pedestal. So we're looking at Q4. So let me this is Q4, and it's for $20. Yeah, so that's the representation of each individual quartz. And then if I start it again, and if I stop it right now, so you're going to see it's Q17, and it's for 24. So the idea is just to display as many of the crystals as I can, and then pick them up as needed. For example, I'm going to pick up Q14, and this guy, oh my gosh, you should see him. So this is Q14, and it's for $32. And I'm not doing a very good job with the camera. It's completely my fault. I have to orientate myself to the camera. Yeah, this guy's lovely. Yeah, I'll get better at it. As you probably can tell, I don't spend a lot of time in the mirror. My hair is short. I don't wear makeup. So orientating myself to a mirror image is not something that I'm accustomed to. So, but I'll get there. But the crystals themselves are just amazing. The Orange River Quartz, I'm going to go ahead and just show you number 20. Let me see here. Just see if I can get this in the... Gonna see if hopefully that moves it to this is Q6. So Q6 is for $20, and let me show you. It's just beautiful. It's a bed, which most of the quartz here, the Orange River Quartz that I have, they're points. This is a bed, which is lovely. Absolutely lovely. So Maribel, I'll show you Q8. And Q8 is here. So this is Q8. And Q8 is for 20. I'm just doing a horrible job here. I feel like if I put it right over the camera, it's just too much. But maybe not. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I know I'm actually making fun of myself because I'm not doing a very good job with the demonstration of the crystal. Okay, yeah, I will get better at this, guys. Thank you for bearing with me here. But that's Q8. Oh, thank you. Sarah, I just have to practice more in the mirror, and I know that that's what it is. Because if I put my finger, for example, right here on the camera, it doesn't look like it's right on over the camera. So, anyhow, I think I'm kind of nervous. So let me just get this moving. So, yeah, it does take a lot of expertise, a lot of finesse. So, but we'll get there. This is our first time setting this up. So I don't have, really high expectations. I actually just wanted this to be two things. Oh my gosh, I have to show y'all. Hold on. Let me, come on, go backwards. It's not going, there it goes, okay. I have to show you this one. I just noticed this crystal. Q7. Q7, guys. Oh my gosh. I have got to do this one justice. Tina, come on. All right, so this is Q7 for $18. You have to look at this baby. It has druzy, for one thing. Oh, come on, there. Come on, Tina. Do it. Go on. Ugh. Come on. This is horrible. I just want to show this baby off so badly, and I'm not able to. All right, so let me just relax a little bit. All right, so there's that. Okay, so this is the druzy part of this crystal. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I have to know that left is right, right is left. This is beautiful. It really is. So that is Q7. Okay, so I'm going to rotate it again. And I just love the display. So I don't know if y'all have ever ordered any or had in your possession orange River Quartz. Sarah, you're so sweet. Thank you for the support. It's a crystal that is has a lot of amazing qualities about it. What I like in particular is that it is a quartz or a crystal that if you're struggling with okay, it's more to the left. Okay. Yeah, I will, I'll try and adjust that. So I need to get better at that. I think what I'll do is do some practice runs and getting it in the camera and seeing where it's at so that I know. I think I need like a little arrow in the middle of my camera so I know exactly where to put it. Hey, Donna. Can I switch to the close-up? Let's see. You mean not the picture-in-picture? Let's see. Maybe. Okay, so let me just stop this. And I'm going to show Q17. So Q17, it's for $24. So this guy actually has it's a single crystal with a twin hanging on. Yeah, that's really nice. That's a beautiful piece. It really is. So many of these crystals have such amazing characteristics to them. I'm just going to stop right here and show Q16. So this is Q16. I know I'm trying so hard to get it into the screen and it's not working for me. Ugh. Okay, so this is definitely a trial run. I'll consider it a trial run. So let me come back here and just do, here we go, and get this guy started. And okay, Maribel, you're so kind, hon. So this is Orange River Quartz, and we have several different crystals to offer. Several, actually. We have I bought a flat. I was so interested in the quality of the crystals, and when we received them, I was not disappointed. It's a material that you don't see very often. It's from the Northern Cape of South Africa. And if you've not been to that area, and you'll have to do some research. And if you ever have the opportunity, you definitely need to make sure you go. It's amazing place, and the people are just astounding. You'll find it unlike any other place in the world. The Cradle of Mankind is actually in South Africa. It's where they found Lucy. One of the oldest known skeletons, on the planet to date. And of course, there might be others out there. They call her Lucy. Getting back to the Orange River Quartz, what I liked about it is that it is going to help us with restoring our vitality. Q18 for Sarah. Yes, ma'am. It's coming around just now. And it's for $10, Sarah. So it's a really nice piece. So I'm going to wait until it gets to the camera view, and I'll stop the camera. Let's do this. So that is Q18. And let me pick it up and see if I can... Oh, Sarah. Oh, I love it. So let me show you. It's a twin, but it's crossing each other. So, oh gosh, I'm doing picture in picture here. Come on, Tina, you can do this. Why is this so difficult for me? My brain is just like, ugh. Okay, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn off the picture-in-picture so that I can just show myself. Just so that I don't have that picture-in-picture in there. So Sarah, look, it's beautiful. It really is. So it has a twin. And Sarah, they're like, so they're independent of each other, but they decided to grow together. So one, they definitely have different characteristics. One is, you know, going like this, and the other one is like this. But that's okay, because opposites attract. It's a beautiful piece. It really is. So this is Q18, and it's for $10. Very nice piece. Sold. Thank you, Sarah. I don't blame you on that at all. That's a really nice piece. So I'm going to write that down. Yeah, and guys, I really appreciate y'all helping me get through the technical aspects of this. I will get better. It's just finding my my equilibrium there. So Maribel went to see Q17. Okay, Maribel, let's see when it's almost coming around right now. So bear with me and I will get that going. Something is happening with my computer right now. Okay, yeah, of course, we've got an update going. Okay, stop, and then Q17 is just coming here. Okay, so let me show you this, and there's Q17, right? So let me come back here. So it's for $24, Maribel. Oh my, okay, so I'm looking at the crystal myself. So you can see it has, I'm considering this to be the mother, the matriarch. But, and then along the bottom, there are 1, 2, let me show you. I have 1, 2, 3 little clusters here. Do you see that? So I have 1, 2. So this is, and the inclusions on this guy. It actually is light on the top, and then it gets smokier as we go down towards the bottom. So that is Q17 for 24, and that was for Maribel. It is gorgeous. Yeah, all of them are actually. It was really difficult for me to choose the one that I felt like represented the material the best. They all have such amazing qualities. I do want to show you this one as it's coming around. So it's Q2. Okay, so that's Q2. So let me show you. Q2. So this is, I'm going to show you why I like this one. So this one has a little twin right there, but here's the main body. And then it has almost like a clear quartz right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off. I'm going to, then I'm going to come over here and show you. So Q2 is for 14. Isn't it beautiful? It really is spectacular how the crystal itself, the orange river part, the the hematite portion, and then on its very tip it has that clear quartz. So that's Q2, and that's for 14. I think that's probably one of my favorites, although it's really hard to say which one specifically is a favorite. They're all extremely nice. Q17 sold for Maribel. Thank you, Maribel. That's a really nice piece. It's almost like a smoky, it's definitely a smoky. Which of course is, I think so too. And as, right, it absolutely is. And as you probably know from me, I love smoky quartz. So it's a really, it's a crystal that's really close to my heart. But anyhow, I really, I'm enjoying this presentation. Now, of course, guys, as you can tell, I do need to perfect the camera as displaying it from a mirror image. Can you see Q11? Of course you can. Yep. So we will. It's coming around the bend just now. I'm not able to speed it up, so just give me a second, Donna, and we will get that to you in just a second. So Q11 is one of those crystals I think that would certainly do justice to any collector. So let me just get it here. We're coming up on it right now, and there we go. So Q11, it's for $12. So let me pull it out of its little box there, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over here to me. Oh my gosh, Donna. I'm just admiring it before I show it to you. So Q11 is for $12. So it's a twin, and it actually has some growth behind it. So if you can see right here, so this is the main crystal, and then it has the twin here, and then here's the growth. So it's, and if I look right down in here, it's actually, there's more hematite as it's joined into this additional family member. Very striking piece. Oh, and if I can see this, I believe that this side is an Isis crystal, so it's 5-pointed right there. Very nice. You've got a really good eye there, Donna. So that was Q11 for 12, and that was Donna's. Sold Q11. Thank you, Donna. That's it's beautiful. Just going to write this down so that I don't forget. And then Maribel, you want to see Q6. Let me go ahead and get this started. There we go. Sometimes you have to start and stop it in order for it to go in the other direction. We are looking for a forwards and backwards. There we go. This is Q6. And Donna, this, Maribel, sorry, this is the one that is the bed. This is, so this has a bed of quartz. And this one is for 20. So from a quartz perspective, from a properties and a metaphysical aspect, a bed of crystals, it encompasses more evenly the space, And so then it's not as, it's a more of an even flow, I guess you could say. So it's not jagged, it's more solid of an energy flow. So this is a bed of orange quartz, and it's for 20. And then this one is Q6. And that's from Maribel. It's really unique. Actually, this one you could actually turn into a pendant now that I'm thinking of it. So, can you imagine that as a pendant? If you wire wrap or have somebody wire wrap for you. It's beautiful. It really is. It's got a lot of neat characteristics in it. So that is Q6, and that's from Maribel. Q16, let's go ahead and move this to where we can see Q16. Oh, sorry, Sarah, I didn't see that. Q16 and Q11. I just showed the Q11. Q6 sold, and then perfect. And then we're going to come up to Q16. And there we go. And I'm going to take off Q6 from Maribel. Right, Maribel. So Q16 for Sarah is for $14. So let me change the view here. All right, so okay, so this guy, let me show you. The drusiness is right here. So this is the main character. And then to the side here, I also have another growth, but from behind us here, I have additional growth. And then what's interesting about this piece is, let me turn it around, is that it actually has more inclusions right behind here. So even though this is, I would consider the main character, and it does have druzy right here, and then with it, it has a supporting quartz there. There's actually, if I look at this piece, right in this section here, there's inclusions that run diagonally, but this little guy here is, even though it's the smaller of the points, he actually has more more strength in the piece than the others, especially right in here. I mean, oops, sorry, I'm not even showing it to you. I'm getting all carried away by looking at its characteristics. So right in here is where I see that he has more strength of character than the others. So that's Q16 for 14, and that was for Sarah. Q16 sold. Yeah, I don't blame you there, hon. It's really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. The other turntable here. And I'll just write this down for Sarah. Q1. Let's see where Q1, oops, so let me stop that guy. And let me bring back Q1. And there we go. So Q1 is for 22. So let me bring it to where we can see Q1. Maribel. So Q1 is one of our larger pieces as far as the point goes. So it actually starts right here. You can see that it has a lot of clarity, and then in the very bottom is when we start with the inclusions, but it has multifaceted. So this is an Isis facet right there. And oh, this actually has a window, So if you look at, there's a diamond shape right there. Oh, come on, Tina. Show it off. There we go. This is the diamond shape. So you see it? This has lots of amazing special facets to it. Yeah, it's actually, it has a triangle right there, so it's amazing actually. And now that I'm looking at it, I have to look at it closer because it's just showing off so well. So Maribel, this one is Q1, it's for 22. Q1 sold. Thank you, hon. Yeah, it's beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh. And so when I started looking at these, I was able to look at them, and in a quickly. It wasn't in any depth, just because I picked out the one that I felt like was for me, and then the others. I mean, I could definitely see that they had some unique characteristics to them, but I really appreciate. Oh, I have to show you this one. Hold on. Let's see. Q7. Q7, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me show you. I'm sorry, I'm getting really caught up in these now. So Q7. This was two families blending together. And let me show you why I say that. So here's this side here, and then this side over here, right there. So it was almost like they were brought together in a circumstance that wasn't of their own design, but because they were forced together. I mean, this is where you can see, this is the actual connection point right there. You can see that they grudgingly blended together. So it wasn't of their own making at all, but they did an amazing job. So they made it work. It's really funny. It's when you start looking at crystals, how you can interpret their life and how they came together. So Q2 for Donna. Let's see what we have, Donna. So I'm gonna come around and see. As I'm looking at the crystals, I can really see that they're showing off really well. So I'm gonna get to Q2. There we go. So it's for 14, Donna. Yeah, so this is the guy. So let me come over here and show you. Okay. This one actually has 3 different pieces to it. And my fingers are so big. Who would have thought, right? So this little guy here, this is the baby. And then we have the main piece here. But then this is the piece that I'm really intrigued by. This quartz right here, this clear quartz. So you have them, oh my gosh, and I just noticed, let me show you. So here, this band, there's a band right there in the middle that has the hematite. And then there's some clearing here, clearing right above it, but you have a stripe right through the middle. And then also on the bed here, I have another stripe. But it's a little bit thicker in this general area up in the upper part. But this middle stripe down here is where it's almost like it's the foundation of the crystal. It's an amazing piece. Oh, come on. Here we go. It's really lovely. So that's Q2, and that's for $14, and that's for Donna. Q2. Yes, ma'am. I can't blame you at all. It's a really beautiful piece. They are all gorgeous. I know. Some of them, you know, just have really, really strong energy coming off them. There's one Q8 I'm going to show y'all as it comes around. And I'll explain why I think it's just has some really cool pieces there. Here it comes, Q8. Okay, so Q8, I'm going to take it out, and it's for 20. And I'm going to come over here and change the view. So Q8. So what I like about Q8 is I'm going to pick up my little poker here. It's a skewer. So here is where I could see that we had some strong growth, but then it stopped. So it decided, I think at some point, to not go in that general direction. But then I have some more growth up here. So this particular crystal, from what, oh, and it's actually, I think it's got some, hold on, let me see. Can you see that striation there? It's not Lemurian as in texture, but it is. It has the striations like Lemurian would, so it has lines running through it. Yeah, it's beautiful. And in addition to that, it actually has. I don't know if you can see it well enough. So it has like a point here. So here is the point. Yeah, so that right there, it's a really, it has some unique characteristics to it. But all of them do. So I mean, it's really hard to say one over the other. But you know, I mean, everyone has a different way of looking at the crystals, and I certainly can probably find some that, so here is empty spaces. So here's Q7 coming out for Ellen. Oops, sorry. Here it goes. Ellen, Q7 is for 18. And we'll get it to where we can see it. There's Q7. So Ellen, I'm going to pick that up and let's see what it looks like close up. Oh, Ellen. All right, let's see. So Ellen, this guy, so look at this. It's fascinating, and so it actually has. I'm showing you the side view. So it kind of looks like an celestial in a lot of ways. I'm not saying that it is, but it actually has that characteristic. So it has growth right here. Can you see that? And then it has another attachment right there. And if I turn it, you can see that it has a, this is where it was broke off the matrix. And then here is where it's actually straight, but it has some druzy. But the fascinating side of it is right here. And then of course you can still see the druzy. It's beautiful. I'm just stroking it. Sorry. So that's Q7, and that was for it's for Ellen. Q7 sold for 18. You got it, hon. It's a beautiful piece. You're gonna really enjoy it. It's one of those that I think that you're going to have to display it where it receives light, so that I know it is fascinating, so that everyone can enjoy the view. So I'm actually going to start moving these to where they're closer together, so we don't have so much empty space. There we go. Yeah, this has actually been my first orange quartz display. I haven't had any in our shop before, so I was really eager to get them in, and I'm glad I was able to get them in such a clarity of form, because you don't normally see them like that. I'm just showing them off right now because I think it's really such a fascinating piece. And I'm going to show y'all, if you don't mind, Q15. It's for 28, and the reason I wanted to show this, because it caught my eye for one thing, but I want to show you so here we go. So it has, it's two larger quartzes, and this is definitely a blend of two pieces joined in, I'm not going to say matrimony, but in a strong relationship. So you can see right there. So they both are vying for control. This one is a little bit on the smaller side, but I don't think it's going to give up the fight that easily. There's the color on these are just amazing. I am just so pleased with the pick. I was really surprised and pleased with how they came. So I'm really hoping that y'all also are finding joy in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the camera to where it's picture in picture, and then start it and just get y'all's, get your feedback on the crystals themselves. If you first of all, I would like to see your opinion on the presentation. Did you see that the presentation showed the crystal off well? We're trying to perfect this, because I know that it's challenging to see something online. So we want to make sure that we offer the crystals to you in a way that you can actually get a good feel for what they'll look like in person. And Wendell, of course, has done, he's done an amazing job with getting them in a way that we can see them and, show them off in their glory. I know I have more work to do from a technical perspective, just showing them off and getting in alignment with the camera. But I'll get there. I mean, I just have to overrule my brain, if you will. But yeah, for those of you that, if you're like me, I don't work in the a mirror, so I would probably burn, if I had to curl my hair right now, I'd probably burn my whole forehead, just for that reason, because I don't, the imagery, the reverse polarity. You like the presentation? Oh, perfect. Thank you, Ellen. Yeah, I think that we're gonna stick with this. What we're gonna do is purchase a forward and backwards remote so that I can actually control it a little bit better. Right now it's just a hit and miss. I can turn it on and off, and I either know what direction I'm going to go in or I don't. So you can see them clearly. Great. That's really, that is above all what I'm really looking for. Last week we didn't do a really good job with the technical aspect of it, so that's why we did the orange quartz again, because I really felt strongly that they deserved to get a better representation than I did last week. So thank you. And this is all up. Wendell did an amazing job. I can't say enough about how hard he worked. He's my technical guru. I told him, I said, you can't leave me now that you've got me hooked into this. So you're going to have to do whatever you can to make sure that you get this down. We took pictures of it so he can at least replicate it next week when we do this. So yeah, so anyhow, so I actually kept y'all longer than what I intended, but I really I can't tell you how much I appreciate you sticking with me through the awkwardness of me trying to figure out the camera. I think I need more practice for sure, and so I will definitely do that. And any of the feedback you have, I would certainly appreciate it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. If there's anything you can tell me that would help the presentation, the show itself, any of that. We're still in the learning stage about this, so anything you can tell me would be beneficial. But the crystals themselves, now that I got over the technical issue, the crystals themselves, I can tell you that you are going to enjoy this crystal. The orange river quartz, it's only found in Namibia, so that's you're getting a rare quartz. You can't find it in your local stream or your local bedrock unless you're in Namibia, and I don't think any of us on this show are. There's several things I like about it. Number one is that if you've ever been, if you've gone through a past life regression, then if there's any issues that you've been dealing with and they have resurfaced, this crystal will help you work through those issues. That's number one. Number two is that if you've been having a hard time trying to solve a problem that's you've been struggling with for a while, this orange river quartz will help you find the answer in a way that was surprising to you. It's not going to make logical sense to you, which is sometimes our logical mind gets in the way of our heart. And this quartz crystal actually starts more on the lower chakras, which means that it comes from your gut, right? It's not so much our mind, but it's from our gut. And this quartz will help you with that. And the third thing, what I think that this crystal is going to help you with is finding clarity on any projects that you might be working on. So you could be working on a project that you're just kind of iffy about. This quartz is going to tell you whether or not to pursue it or not. It's going to show you, yes, this is the right project for you, or it's going to say, no, it's not. You know, just go ahead and cut your ties and consider it a loss. But that's the three main things that I have been able to receive from this quartz, the qualities of it. Now, of course, that's just the main characteristics of the quartz. the individual quartz that you've selected will have different qualities that I may not have been able to connect with because they're not for me. So work with the quartz and see exactly how it's going to work for you, because it'll demonstrate and display to you hidden qualities that are not obvious to me, because I'm not the one that's supposed to be working with. So don't fret if the things that I've listed that you don't feel when you get them home, because that's entirely possible, and sometimes it's even acceptable, because that quartz says, no, I'm not like that I'm like that for Tina, but for Ellen I'm this. So don't have preconceived notions about it, because then you kind of limit the crystal. So anyhow, I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It's time, I think, that I let you go. So I appreciate it very much, and I will either get you invoiced tonight for the crystals or tomorrow. And once again, if there's anything that you know of that would improve my skills, my presentation, the show, please let me know. I'm continually reaching for improvement, and I know that with y'all guiding me on that, I will achieve the whatever's possible for the show. So thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Sarah, Maribel, and Donna. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Blessings, everyone, and you have a really good night. Thank you.